Hello and welcome to PasSpareTime. We're going to do a Morgan Dollar video today. I have a couple of new additions to our Morgan Dollar book that I'm pretty happy with. We've got one of the Morgan Dollar books out there. It's the 1891 to 1921. I was watching RobFinds Treasure and I wasn't watching RobFinds Treasure actually. Treasure Hog sent me a text message and said, "Hey, you should be watching RobFinds Treasure. He's selling some really cool Morgans tonight." I had the boys over here and I went and got on the laptop and started watching and told Hudson to go get the coins needed list and see what we got. And Rob was selling some stuff we were very interested in. And one of those was an 1895 S Morgan Dollar. And I happened to buy it. It wasn't inexpensive. But let me show you why it wasn't inexpensive. I'm on PCGS, that is an 1895 S Morgan Dollar. And this Morgan Dollar I estimate to be like VF20, maybe a little higher. But if you look here, it has a mintage of only 400,000. And if we look at the rarity, they estimate the survival rate at any grade to only be 24,000. There's only 24,000 of these left on the planet in coin shape. So that's pretty rare. So a lot of people don't have these in their book. So come back up here. Let me show you the coin. $18.95. It's got scratches on it. Someone has scratched it. Very good strike. Very clean other than the scratches. There's the estimate mark. So if we go back and we look at this coin in a VF20 shows this at $925 value. I paid $600. It's got some scratches on it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a 15 and it's worth $750. Either way, I think I came out okay on this deal. So let's make the transition here. Get in our Morgan book, our beautiful Morgan book, my favorite coin, and look at 1895S. I have a hole. I also have a hole of 1895 and 950. 1895 are expensive coins to get. But this one, while not BU, and if I would have waited and held out to get this one in BU, it's about $5,700 to get in BU. Maybe someday. But today, we're filling the slot in the book with a VF20. And I am very happy to have that one. If I can get my sheet back in here to protect it. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. I love these Dansko albums because they do a great job of protecting the coins. That one is under plastic, front and back, but safe kind of plastic. And then it will go into a dust cover. This whole book will go into a dust cover after that. You can see we're making progress on our book. To give you the stats on that before we end. Back in a sec. I said that would be $5,000 in BU. That's $5,000 in AU for that 1895S. I don't know what a BU would be. I couldn't find one for sale. Well, the next coin that I was very interested in on Rob's auction was the 1879 Carson City. And if you'll notice in my book, the 1879 Carson City is the 5th coin in the book, and I don't have it. We got a G4 or G12 or F12, 1878, but I don't have the 1879. So when you look at the 1879 CC, go down here, mintage of 756,000. So again, a low mintage. If you look at the rarity, the survival rate on this one's even lower. 5,770 is the estimated survival rate. So very, very rare. Well, Rob had one for sale. So, bought it. Paid $450 for it. Rob said on the auction he thought it had been cleaned. You can see it's a little foggy, but would estimate this stripe to be XF40. It's a very, very nice looking coin. See the CC, it looks really good. So even despite the fact it had been cleaned, I decided to purchase it. And right as Rob was selling it, he checked the mint mark, because remember that it had a top VAM for a cap die. And he kind of got a sick look on his face. And this is that VAM. You can see the area over the CC. It's actually a CC over a smaller CC. I'll go to my scope on my zoom and see if we can bring this in. I'll focus it so you can see it better. There you go. It's a CC over CC. I didn't know that as I was starting to bid on it. I didn't know that when I bid $450 on it. But I guess that adds quite a bit to the value. So if we go back here to PCGS, the 1879 CC VAM3 cap die, and we look at a VF40, XF40, I'm sorry, XF40. This coin has a value of $1,800 if it's not cleaned. A clean coin that contains the VAM like that will maintain over 60% of its value. So making the coin value on this over $1,000. So I ended up getting a really good buy and getting a really cool coin at the same time. If you go to VAM World and look at VAM World, you can clearly see the CC over CC, and that's the one we've got. So, you know what we need to do? We need to put this one in our book too. We need to fill that space, that lonely, lonely space for that 1879 CC. This is one that Treasure Hog is encouraging me to send in and get graded, and probably will someday, but for right now, we're putting the loose coins into the book. And if I get it graded, it won't fill that hole very well. It'll be on a shelf somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. And that completes page 1 of our mortgage book. So back in a second with the stats on our mortgage book. Okay, in our mortgage collection right now, we have 76 slots filled of the 95. Of the 76 we have, 64 are BU. If I, let's see how I can do this. Do this like this. Pull it over here. The coins that we need, I don't know if you can read that or not, they're pretty small. 1883S, 84S, 86O, 89cc, 92cc, 92S, 93P, 93cc, 93O, 93S, 94P, 94S, 95O, 96O, 96S, 97O, 1901P, 1903S, 1904S. Those are the ones we still need, and those are the expensive ones that are still out there. We got a couple that have given BU. The 1883 is $13.89, the 86 is $13.39, 92 is $14.50, 93 $1,500, 94S $11.50, 96D $1,700, 97O $1,100. So we are down to some of the tougher ones to get, because the prices I just read you are the easy prices to easier prices to fill, and some of them are really expensive. So anyway, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. The mortgage book's getting pretty. Hope you love mortgage as much as I do, and we'll see y'all again soon when Paul has more spare time.